are such an asshole.
All right, continuing this Friday. Friday. They blur together. Hello, Claremont. Returning customer here. Since I last consulted with you about making an exit strategy on my current blue-collar field and into programming, I've only grown to loathe my industry more. Not to make this sound like a sob story, but you're going to. But I'm fed up with the insane hours of micromanagement within the company. Okay, and I asked you, I was like, can you tell them to F off? And can you go to another company? I guarantee you can. But please, dude, don't become one of these tradesmen like, it sucks here. Well, tell them to F off. 2022 is the year that every tradesman, every truck driver, every real man and woman who produces something of value can tell your boss to F right off. And not only will they then, I got to go find another job, they will. And you even said, yeah, they back down. Well, then grab them. Grab them. You're the boss now. And by the way, go apply for some other jobs. If you don't like this current job, say, you're not going to bother me with stupid crap ever again. And if you do, it immediately becomes a $5 an hour raise. All right, make it cost them something. I show up on time, I do my job. If you don't like my attitude, fine, but I'm not tolerating your attitude anymore. Stop micromanaging me. I'll do the effing job. You might lose the job, but by gosh, if there's someone's going to find a job, it'll be a truck driver. To give you a perfect example, recently saying I was coming back from a place during a storm. Despite telling the station I was going to be late with my load due to the weather, I received a phone call from a head office in the town, asked me why I was late the previous day. Of course, they understood that there was no real issue, but what had happened is that my local manager had made the complaint to the head office of the company about me being late. All right, then you go to your local manager. You get in his face. Of course, you have another job. Better yet, well, how would I do it? I'd go right in his face. I'd go right, because he's a local man. He's a nobody. He's nothing. You're the commodity. And by the way, you could get fired because of this, but go work for another company. Go put some applications in. You go right up to him and say, you listen to me. You do it in front of everyone. I don't need you. You need me more than you. I'm not going to. If you ever file a complaint, I'll file a complaint. I'll shove a lawsuit up your ass. And I will make your already difficult job a lot more difficult. Let me do my freaking job. That's what I would do, knowing full well you could lose. But I would not be trucking now. Oh my God, we're so desperate. But just be safe. Apply for another. Just do it. Just apply for another job. Require enough money that we can only pay this. No, I require that. Too bad. Oh, wait a minute. Just kidding, JL. We found the money. Ha, ha, ha. That bastard. And you walk in, you ever call and file a complaint against me on something that petty again, I will make sure you're down one trucker. And I will take 3 people with me to go work for this other company. Do you understand me? I at this day and age, I wouldn't have time. I wouldn't tolerate it. I could care less, but the fact I even had to answer that phone call, explain the reality of the situation, does not sit well with me, given the fact that I told him, guys, the weather wasn't good today. So the manager, so for that manager to contact the head office complaint was late, almost infuriates me. I guess the more mature way would be just call the head office. Like, yes, he's an idiot. There's trap. Just so you know, if he's calling for there's really no reason. He's just a moron. You can ignore what he says. But then at least they know. Nevertheless, I have since decided that traditional programming, at least back-end, really is it for me. I've been learning Python for about 3 to 4 months, and although I think it's a good job outlook in regards to paying growth and career stability, really is it for multiple reasons. However, I'm decently versed in HTML and CSS and have recently signed up for a decent course on freelance web developers. I have much more interest in something like this, biggest factor being that I'd be working for myself. I'm done working under other people that need the ability to schedule work according to my life, not the other way around. I can also branch out into this is mostly SEO, paid ads, perhaps social media, and copywriting. Biggest roadblock I have is I have this really big issue with selling businesses on $5,000 to $10,000 websites. I know I'll have to charge less to start, but I think it may be moral to do this or immoral to do this. A big portion of the course is basically teaching sales tactics and properly positioning yourself in the market, approaching the right types of clients who A, have the money to spend, and B, can use a good website to increase conversions. Having known salesmen, I think that the majority of them are honestly scum, and I don't know if this is something I want to resort to. All right, let's stop here. There is a difference between someone who actually brings in good value, like a good website design, and a car salesman, a realtor, telecom people, or whatever. All right. And here's the reason why is that everything's digital. The first landing site thing people are going to see is going to be your website. And yes, having a good website is very much worth $5,000 to $10,000. Absolutely. I am aware my website could use enough. I'm aware. Please don't email it. I can do it. No. The codes stay with Cappy. I'm aware, but it works for me now. But yes. And here's the thing that maybe you don't see because you're a truck driver or you're the programmer. From the top view, let's say a dentist, okay, a dental office. That dentist has to get $100,000 worth of leasehold improvements put into an office to make it a dental office. They got to pass code. They got to go get clients. They got all this other stuff. Now, they do not have time to dick around and learn HTML. It's going to cost them a lot more than $5,000 to $10,000 worth of business to set up a website. Where if you want to get rid of your concern or your guilt in charging people $5,000 to $10,000 worth of websites, then make sure you give them a website that will more than earn their money back. And maybe it's just because of my background in business and you're a truck driver, and whereas you know everything about truck driving, I don't know much about it. Yeah, $5,000 to $10,000 for a website to make sure it works. And it doesn't break down. It's reliable. It's robust. It does its job. It's easy to use. Yes, that is worth $5,000 to $10,000. Easy. Like, consider it this way. Like, would you, what's the value of a good car for an Uber driver? Pretty darn valuable, right? Is it worth $5,000 to $10,000? Yeah. Now, website is not, that shouldn't be as expensive as a car, but it is a mission critical piece of your business, just like a car is for an Uber driver. And so you want to make sure you have a very good piece of equipment. So yes, absolutely. I think a website, a very, like a professionally done website, where you got the email all set up. It isn't effing around. You don't have pop. Hey, do you want to buy this? Hey, do you want to buy that? Hey, do you want to buy this? Like, it just works. It's clear. The client goes on, oh, I need dental work. Click on the menu. About, location, hours and location, services, book an appointment, contact us. Keep it simple, man. Because you go to websites, right? You see what a nightmare they are, right? Hey, do you want that? Because I need the boobies. Yes. So I think that price range is perfectly fine. And here's the other thing, dude. When you go into business, yes, you have to become a salesman. You have to say, and yes, you do make as much money as you possibly can. And here's, if you get too greedy, like if you think you're becoming too greedy and amoral, the market will let you know. You just won't buy. Right? But no, I think that is, for a professional $5,000 to $10,000 site. Yes, I think that's certain. I mean, there's, oh, come on, like I take, trying to think of a big corporation, Caterpillar Corporation. I guarantee you they blow more than 10. They probably spend $10,000 a month on their website easily. So maybe this isn't for your local artist who doesn't have a $5,000 budget and they're just going to go on Flickr or Pinterest. For a dental office, yes. Doctor's office, yes. Auto, yes. $5,000 to $10,000. That's perfectly all right. I also like the fact, I was a little against, I'm like, oh, wait, I see what they're doing. I like that they're teaching you sales tactics because you do have to sell. So that's good. But you're not a realtor. You're not a used car salesman. And if you provide a good service, a good website, you will earn their money back. And then it will be mutually beneficial. It'll be net production on both sides. I think the majority of them honestly scum, and I don't know if that's something I want to resort to. So no, I think you're okay there. I've personally witnessed a car salesman, 2 realtors, and a phone salesman change their demeanor within the past 1 to 2 years simply after making the sale. Yeah, because they're selling stuff they don't really need. Oh my God, I go to the phone place. Oh, what do you want? It's like, dude, back off. Just back right. I'm really starting to hate the phone people. I'm really starting, like, they are just there to make their money. And I'm like, there's got to be a way to just order it online, transfer the data myself, just to avoid those people. I truly cannot stand these people, and in the future will go on my way to be as Machiavellian as possible with them. That's fine. Yeah, be Machiavellian with bad people. Oh, yeah, absolutely. My point is, I'm almost view selling a website to a local dentist for $5,000 and then charging him $1,000 a month more in SEO and taking advantage of someone. $1,000 a month for SEO optimization. You're basically doing their marketing for them. So again, you may not see it that way, but they don't have to pay for any marketing. They don't have to do any ads. So far, yeah, they're bigger numbers, and you'd be like, God, I feel awfully bad. But what are they going to do? Then they got to hire a salesman. Then they have to hire Lance in marketing with his master's in marketing. He's got his hair all pompadour because he still thinks it's the 70s even though it's 2022. I'm like, yeah, I'm Lance from marketing. I'm like, get out of here, Lance. You're replacing that douchebag. All right. And if you got SEO down, which that's always a moving target, but if you're bringing people in the door, who says you got to charge $1,000 a month? You know, obviously you can scale that. Look, Rich Cooper, you know, he's like, you got to up your prices. I'm like, I don't know if that would work. You go after him, and I have a, like, you're kind of more the bigger fish client serving fancy dinners, and you don't get clients all the time. But when you do, they got a real, you know, a bigger problem, and it's and less frequent. So, okay, you bang them out at $1,000 an hour, or $3 or whatever he's up to now. I'm more cheeseburger, Coke. What's your problem? Pow, 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 pow. I try to get as much money as I can out of it, but at the same time, I have no problem charging what I do, which ends up being around $120, $150 an hour. Because I know if that person follows my advice, they're going to save way more than what I charged them. And that's going to be up to you if you want to follow a moral angle on this. Okay, so let's say you have a problem charging a local dentist $5,000. What if it's a great website? What if it gets people to come in? What if it does its job? And here's the key thing. You think about how much money it generates. How about this? How much does he not have to worry about that? What if he or she could just sleep at night and not worry about, oh, damn, are my emails coming through? Does the website work? Is it up? Is there any downtime? Are things working? Nope, it works. And for a dentist, yeah, or a professional, or a doctor, a mechanic, that is worth $5,000. And here's the thing, though. You got to be the guy. The plumber, right? I have no problem paying a plumber $300 an hour to know for a fact I don't have to see him again. But, you know, most plumbers are 100, you know, 150 an hour. They do crappy work. I don't know. I might have to see him again. I sleep with one eye open. Right? But if you could say, I am an electrician, a tradesman, and I will guarantee this work, and it ain't going to fail if it reflects poorly upon me, and I know that, yes, I'm willing to pay the extra money. Because in the long run, actually, it saves me more money. It saves me more time. I don't have to deal with the stress. That right there, totally worth $5,000. I bet you people down below, if for the handful of entrepreneurs we got, I bet you they would gladly pay $5,000 for a tight, good, reliable website. And then $1,000 a month, it depends on what you're selling. But if it's like a car dealership, yeah, $1,000 a month, SEO, that's your marketing budget. They're not going to hire Lance in marketing. So I don't think it's taking advantage of someone. Is this something I need to get over? No, because I like the fact you still have some morality in you and that you want to give someone value, which means, okay, they charge you or they pay you a high enough fee for your time that it's worth it in your book. And the service you provide them earns them back or gives them more value than what you charge them. So they're happy with your product, right? So that's up to you to provide a good service. So that, yes, you definitely need to get over that. I think you also need to learn about pricing. Like, why would a website cost $10,000? You're like, I could see some darn good reasons why it costs $10,000. Now I had the world's greatest web designer right here, myself, so it's obviously perfectly awesome. But I do know, having programmed it myself, I don't have to worry about, like, oh, should I make it this way? Oh, what did the no, everything went where I wanted it to go, and all of its fine graphic splendor and glory. So I think you need to learn, like, what drives value, and not just in terms of finances, but in terms of because if now the dentist has got to take 3 hours out of his day dicking around with IT, he's not drilling cavities, pulling teeth, putting on braces, or whatever else. So the time-saving aspect. Now here we get to more of the purpose of the video. What are some ways to get past being moral, although not necessarily Operation Evil? Well, like I said, provide good value, because that's the easiest, most moral way out of it. Since ideally you are offering real tangible value, please give me your insight on how and why I should stop giving an F about morality and make some F of money. All right. The long-term way to make money is also the moral way, where you build up a good reputation. Okay. Like, for example, there's a builder in the entire west side of the state of South Dakota that has a good reputation. Nobody else does. Why? Because they're all scumbags. And they all keep going in and out of business. Your tradesmen also have a bad reputation. But every once in a while, there's someone who has a good reputation. Why? They did good work. There were no mistakes. They just did quality, and people got their bang for the buck. Yes, they had to charge you a little bit more up front, but that ended up being cost saving over the long term in the future. And so if you do good business, people then will refer you, and then you don't have to worry about SEO optimization. Oh, yeah, Bob is the builder. You go to Bob. Bob's the builder. And Charlie the electrician, and you go to Willie the plumber, and let's throw a girl in there, Jessica the HVAC gal. Should make a great website, $5,000 website. And you go to Jesse for HVAC. You don't go anywhere else. Nope, you go to Jessica for HVAC. And so if you do that, that's the best way. And then the dentist that you did the website for, he's going to refer you to other dentists. You know, Elkins has got the same thing. You get it through referrals. So it is generally in a free market, where if you do the right thing and provide a good quality product at a good price that's profitable to you, but also gives them a good return on investment, they are going to do your marketing for you, and everyone wins. So that's generally how you make the most amount of money over the long term, which is what you'd like to do. However, depending on the product, depending on the client, that could change. And it depends on, like, what you do. For example, the model is different with OnlyFans. Girls on OnlyFans absolutely detest and hate the men that subscribe to them. I guess girls subscribe to them too. All right. And there is that's more of an addiction product. You know, there isn't as long as they get to see the boobies, the bobs, and the vagines, these guys are happy. And the occasional email text that comes from the girl that isn't really her, but maybe an admin. All right, they'll keep throwing the money. And so these girls, I don't know, I guess I'd be like, man, I can't believe I'm making this much money. I'm like, oh, I like these guys. Hey, guys, what's up? Yeah, here they are. Hey, yay. You know, the happy stripper. But most of them resent and hate these guys. And they want to charge as much money as possible. If you can, good, by all means. And if you want to get really dark, really Machiavellian, this is not how I price asshole consulting. That I actually do, like, yeah, I'll provide you good value because I know if you follow my advice in it. But if this is where Operation Evil comes in. Right? If you have clientele that is immoral, evil, bankrupt, or stupid, like, hey, you really shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Well, I don't know. Okay, fine. But give me my cigarettes. Give me my cigs. All right, here you go. You really shouldn't play the lottery. All right, here you go. You really shouldn't go to school for stupid stuff. All right, here's your worthless degree. Then I do have contempt. Then I have hatred, especially when those people vote against me in the real world. And there's no shortage of those people. Whereas like Operation Evil. Operation Evil is going to lie to people who want to be lied to. Largely Democrats, leftists, and other, but not exclusively. And I hate those people. I hate them. Now, I can't charge them an egregious fee, but for the products I'm going to be making, I'm going to charge as much as I can. But the products are going to be devastating. If these people actually use these products and believe in them, it will ruin their lives. But they're already having their lives ruined, and these people hate my guts. They always vote to take more money away from me. They always vote to enslave me more. They always blame me for their problems. Okay. Now that is my enemy. That is my adversary. And then that's where I have no moral problem opening up the floodgates of Machiavelli and getting my pound of flesh. I call it getting my tax money back. But that's that. And there, yeah. And so if you're looking for a reason to be Machiavellian, if you find evil, bad people, you find stupid people that are ruining society, and you get them. You get them. And that's not really Machiavellian where you're being self-serving. It's almost doing a favor where it's like, I'm going to impoverish you with this stupid trinket, with the stupid product, with the stupid service. And just like all you girls bought Oprah's crap and made her a billionaire, oh yeah, I'm going to charge a lot too. Now, of course, it's not going to be Oprah book and all that. But you understand? So there, when you have bad, evil, or stupid people who are making your life more difficult or other people's lives more difficult, absolutely. Then you go to town. You face the problem, though, like you can't charge anything you want, and you can't provide them they still have to get the return on investment. Right? But you sell it to them. A perfect example would be the college experience. No one goes to college for an education. No one goes to college for an investment, except for engineering students and accountants. You sell those preciously stupid kids come out of high school thinking they're so smart and they're going to change the world. Here's your master's degree in changing the world for $250,000 in 6 years of your life. Oh, yep, you are so smart. You is so smart you are. Look at the little early childhood education major is going to make a difference, make a change. That's right. You just give me that $200,000. There's your degree. You go all out there, sweetheart. Yep. Yep. Saving lives, make a difference, make a change, prove the world. Mm-hmm. I remember one of the professors had a brand new Lexus when they came out. Like that. I got to patrol the parking lots a lot. I knew where all the cars were. There's some pretty cool cars in the 90s that came out. Anyway, there you go. Here's an idiot, an arrogant, lazy scumbag that thinks he or she is so smart and they have the right to tell the world. Like journalism majors? Oh, political science majors? You go after them, man. Absolutely. And you charge them an arm and a leg and you sell them. You sell them on, oh yeah, you could change lives and make a difference or whatever. Oh yeah, you take this pill, ladies, you're going to be thin. You shouldn't have to be thin. Take this pill and it'll make you fat, but it'll make you happy fat. The happy fat pill. There you go, Operation Evil right there for you. All right, oh yeah, plus size lingerie. There's a better example. Oh yeah, plus size lingerie. I used to hate that, and now I realize that's Operation Evil. They're deluding fat women into thinking they're pretty. And they want to believe it. They want to wear lingerie too. All you got to do is add an extra, 30 cents of fabric, make it extra, extra large, put on a couple fat models on your website, put plus size. I think it's like 30%. There was an industry report that came out. That's a 30% bump in sales. That's Machiavellian. Are the fat women complaining, saying, you lied to me. I thought this was going to make me beautiful. No, they're happy that they got lingerie and they think they're beautiful. That's their problem, not yours. You got the money. Fredericks of Hollywood. Whoa, hang on. Why did all these computers? We don't make it turn off automatically because even though you did not answer that, we'll do it because we are the movies. Emotional damage. I gotta watch that one for Joker. Yeah, there you go. Sell stupid young kids worthless degrees and cripple their lives forever? Absolutely. They're just going to vote for socialism more. You get their money. Fat slop. Here's where I always love it when people call me a grifter. I'm like, where have I ever told men that they're brave and amazing and beautiful just the way they are, or that they get cufflinks and the right beard hair or grooming oil that they're going to get the girls? I've always, like, now I hit the gym, ask out a lot of girls, get shot down. But if I wanted to, I'd be like, oh yeah, take Aaron Clary's Chomsky as, like, I'd fit Chomsky in there somewhere with his linguistics. Cappy's linguistics programming, how to use language to get women to, like, yeah, use these things. This is an adverb. You got a Venn diagram for $99.95, $9,995, not nine. Here's how you do it. The only thing I can legitimately charge a fair amount of money for is finances, because I actually do know, like, what I'm doing. Like, yeah, do this, don't do that. Yeah, and yeah, by the way, that is worth $500. Yeah, unless you want to be unemployed. Do you want to be unemployed? I'm sorry, you have no money for retirement. Did you want no money for retirement? Because you don't have to take that class. Anyway, so yeah, but if there are bad people, that's where you absolutely. To this day, I cannot, in good faith and consciousness, screw over good people. I can't. I can make it sting also, where people need to have it be stung so they pay attention. Perfect example would be, I'll give you an example. There was a 40-something gal not too long ago had a question how to get guys as a 40-something woman. Now, I guarantee you in the past, she was not a sworn enemy or anything, but she made, and her type made our lives a lot more difficult. I'm sure she shot down plenty of good guys, blah, blah, blah. She's divorced, single mom. Well, you guys can watch the video if you want. And I'm like, okay, but here she is coming up to me and she wants to, like, okay, well, then she realized there's a change. She realized that she doesn't know everything. Maybe she needs some outside help. So I was still harsh. I still charged her $250. All right. She paid. I think she did more as a lark. But I got my pound of flesh. I got it back. But I also provided her value. I told her literally, here's how you got to get the guy. And for $250, I easily saved her that money. She's not going to waste her time. Whatever. I don't know what girls do. They just sit on their ass is what they do. She'll go to the gym. She'll lose the weight. There. I drastically improved your chances. But I did still get my pound of flesh out of her. So it's going to depend on your client. But yeah, I don't think I could ever get to the point where there is an innocent little child I'm stealing candy from a baby. I couldn't do that. Sanctimonious, preppy little spoiled brat from the burbs thinks at 18 they're going to know better than me. Oh, yeah, kid. Yeah, well, that's why I told that kid, hey, you really got to get a doctorate in theater. That way they'll take you seriously. Like, just push that. I didn't even profit from that. I just made the kid's life miserable. That's all. I wonder how he's doing now. Oh, it's funny. But there you go. So that's how I would balance it. I like to say I'm badass. I'm a dark Machiavellian opportunist. No, it's just there's so many evil, dumb, bad people in this world. You have every opportunity in the world to be mercenary if you'd like. But in terms of what you're doing, yes, I think you're offering a good product. And I would more familiarize yourself with what the going rates are for a website and what good website design costs. James Rankin, $10. Should I take a meat manager's job in Nashville, Tennessee? It's a liberal area, but there's no state income tax. I currently live north of Pittsburgh, and the area sucks. Yes. You live in a leftist crap hole now. Why don't you go to a leftist crap hole where there is no state income tax and it's warmer? Yeah, Tennessee's great. Mountainous, lots of streams, not too hot, not too cold. I would absolutely, yeah, Tennessee would be great. Future accountant, $2. Niccolo Machiavelli was based. Never read his stuff. Is Kamala Harris an NPC? Yes, I would say she is. Minority woman, the entire machine just promoted her. She got a political science degree, law degree. I'm going to help the children. Here's how you can tell someone's an NPC. What's your solution to the problem? More of other people's money. NPC. That's it. I guarantee she doesn't have another, like I have an idea. It doesn't involve really politics. We eliminate the income tax or replace it with the sales tax. And whatever income disparities that would arise from that, where it's like, but then the rich wouldn't pay their fair share. And the poor people would have to pay more money in sales tax. Where? I'd say, well, just give you more money on the back end. It really will keep your little socialist utopia alive. That is an apolitical, practical solution to the problem of forcing all 300 million Americans to unnecessarily file a tax return. Kamala doesn't have that. She just has more of those other people's money. Could they be evil? I'm a minority woman. Anything you say against me can be held against you at a court of law. Pip Daddy, $5. What program do you use to put your website together? Squarespace. It's the website. It's a program kind of. James Rankin, $5. What Cappy's opinion on the best balance of Marcus Aurelius, Schopenhauer, Machiavelli, and TFM these days to be successful? I would say for success, you go TFM because he's more modern, and Machiavelli. To be happy or content, I do Marcus Aurelius, but I go Schopenhauer first, then I do Marcus Aurelius. But out of all of them, I guess I would read Schopenhauer first, but that's just going to calm you down and put life in perspective. In terms of practical applications, TFM modernly, Machiavelli, and then for understanding and peace and contentment, Schopenhauer, and then Marcus Aurelius. But yeah, I would go Arthur Schopenhauer first. Vlad Elkums, are you excited to watch the Super Bowl next Sunday? No. I don't know what I'm doing next Sunday. What is next Sunday? All right, so the 13th. Oh, I think I'm going to be hanging out with you guys. We got to find Dre. Remind me to contact Dre. Help him move in. See if he needs some help. Ben Foster, $5. Fat women, pretty definitely Machiavellian. Laughing, I'll keep on keeping, Kepi. Yeah, I. That's like a perfect case study to give a young man or a young woman who's intellectually honest. Show them a picture of fat lingerie model, right, or a sale. Their reaction is, what? Think about it, because the initial reaction is going to be that. But if they're like, oh, I get it. Yeah. That's like selling drugs to kids in high school. I got it now. Yeah. Okay, good. Same thing with Derek Jackson, where single moms are for mature men only, that book. If your reaction is that, I can't believe it, but then you're like, oh, wait, yeah, all right, yeah, I see what's going on. Then you got it. I'd love to meet Derek Jackson. Just like, keep on keeping. Just... Done. Does TFM? Yeah. He's not on. Okay, everyone, you got to go off YouTube. He's not on YouTube. He does a podcast. He's on BitChute. But I would just search, I think, Podcast FM. Just search Turd Flinging Monkey Podcast and you'll find him. He's always looking for sponsors too. So that's it. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.